What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys. Yesterday I went to the New Jersey Collectors Con. This is my little con report slash haul. I didn't film there, but I did take some pics, so check out my Facebook page, Ultrazilla Toys, for those. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put the link down below. Make it easy for you to those pics. Took a bunch of pics. Not too many. And I didn't do any videos from the show. I kind of went in quick and I just wanted to just experience the show and just have some fun, talk to some folks. I needed a day out. It was a nice little road trip, about an hour and a half from here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And it was just nice to just get away. I just listened to some tunes, cleared the brain a little bit. And it was cool, And the show itself it's a little small show, but it's jam-packed full of stuff, which is pretty awesome. There's a little bit of new, a little bit of old, kind of comes together, and it's pretty cool. I didn't really have any thing that I was looking for to buy, but I did buy a few things. I mainly went there for a few reasons. One, I wanted to check out Boss Fight Studio in person. They had, that was the big presence of the show going into it. That's what they were going to be displaying their Bucky O'Hare stuff and their Vitruvian hacks and the zombie line that they have. They had them all on display and everything looked awesome. Honestly, I'm really new to Boss Fight, but we have interviewed them on the Repack podcast before. I haven't personally, but my co-hosts have. So I really wanted to check them out. I just recently got my first Boss Fight Studio pieces in, and I'm gonna be reviewing them here soon. I didn't buy anything though from them yesterday. I meant to. It was on the to-do list. If I was gonna get something, I was definitely gonna get something from them. But then as I went around, I found out NECA was there, and I found some other cool stuff, which I'll talk about in a second. But Boss Fight was awesome. Really nice, nice folks there. I got to talk to them for a little bit. We discussed Bucky O'Hare and a couple of other stuff, and it was awesome. I had a good time. Just as soon as I got there, just looking at their stuff, they were right there, front and center. Awesome display. They had this awesome castle dungeon siege scene all laid out, beautifully done castle, with all the figures and stuff. Very, very nice stuff. And then they had this town scene. With their zombie figures, and that looked really cool. And then the thing that really was wowed me on display again, they had the Bucky O'Hare stuff, which I've pre-ordered, so I'm really excited about it. And guys, it looks awesome in person, really awesome. Bucky O'Hare looks great. I'm drawing a blank on the other two characters that they had displayed, but there's the duck character with the 4 arms. That was in prototype. That looked good. And the girl here, I forgot her name right now. I have her on pre-order too. She looks great too. They all look awesome. They had the card backs. They had figures in card backs, and those look so sweet. It's got the old school art on there from Continuity Comics. I believe it was was it Continuity Comics? I want to say it was. But yeah, it looked really good, so I'm very excited. You guys should be really excited if you like Bucky O'Hare. If you haven't pre-ordered them yet, trust me, you're going to want these figures. They're awesome, We're not talking and no offense here, but we're not talking the Playmates basic character quality or something. We're talking good looking figures here, with lots of detail and paint, and it just looks... I was impressed. I was really impressed. So, coming soon. It's coming soon. You can still pre-order them. So, go do it. Go do it. They're awesome. I looked at a lot of that stuff. There was a lot of Vitruvian hacks that looked really good that I wanted to get. But, from there, I just walked around, took some pics, looked at some stuff. again, there was a Voltron, Panache Place stuff that I kind of wanted. And I don't know if it's, again, did I say that already? I've refilmed this a couple times already and stumbled so many times that I have no idea. So we're going in again fresh. So if I've said Voltron before, my apologies. But there was really awesome Voltron pieces that I almost picked up. Some old school stuff. And I really want to get some more vintage Voltron stuff in my collection because I'm a huge fan. And even though I have a little bit of stuff, I don't have nearly enough. Definitely nothing like super old. So I want stuff, guys. And there's such a large gap from when I was collecting. A lot of cool stuff came out in that time too. From when I wasn't collecting, I should say. So I kind of want that stuff too. So lots of Ultron stuff out there to get. So it's not the worst thing, except for the price. That's pretty bad. But from there, I met Bobby Skullface, a reviewer. I love Bobby. I watch his stuff all the time. And I was a guest on his Nerd Rage radio show last year for my lettering stuff mostly, which was really, really cool. And, it was really awesome to meet him in person because he's the same as he is in videos, really, except for the mask. He had no mask. Bobby Skullface unmasked. It was really cool to just get to know the man, and we talked for quite a bit about a lot of different things, and we definitely view a lot of things the same way, which I kind of felt, as I listened to his videos, as I was on Nerd Rage and the stuff we talked about there, I kind of felt like we were had the same train of thought about a lot of things. Maybe not about one thing, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But as far as work rate and the way we look at things, it's really in the same wavelength there. Really cool guy. I'm really glad I got to spend some time and chat with him. And to all the people that were around this table, a lot of cool folks, just fans and friends of his, very, very nice. So, very open to talking about a lot of stuff. So, it was very cool. Very nice experience. Really enjoyed that. His art, he had his portfolio there, is super cool. His Transformer stuff looks great. So, I've already loved his, coloring tutorials online. And he's going to be doing more. So very, very cool stuff. So really awesome to meet Bobby. I'm really happy about that. That was really cool. When the thing that pushed me to the edge of that I had to go to the show. I was debating it for quite a while, and then I found out he was going to be there. I was like, you know what, I gotta go. So I gave him some of my books, which was something I've been meaning to do for quite a while. So that was really awesome, something I really wanted to do. From there, I met another really cool person that I interact with on Twitter, Joe Moore of Toy Arc, who's a great photographer. He's a graphic designer, and I just love his pics, and we use his pics, Toy Arc's articles all the time on Repacked when we're talking about toy news or some of the guys used some of their links for pics as well for their toy reviews. So it was really cool to meet him. Really good guy. We were just chatting about all kinds of stuff toy accumulation and how you have to sell. And man, if I go back to the New Jersey Collectors Con, I definitely want to go back and get a table because it was a nice little con, and it just felt good, So really cool to talk to Joe. I also met Alex of a Toy Arc and TFW 2005, who owns it all. So very cool guy as well. We all got to chat. So that was nice. I really love doing that. The guys that I've gotten to know from toys here. It's cool to meet these guys in person and just kind of pick their brain a little bit and not even just talk about all kinds of stuff. I I'm very humble that they like to hear about like what I do as well. So that's really awesome, you know. So from there, I met, actually it was right before I talked to Joe. I met really nice folks that run Toyfinity. That is it's a small toy company, but they have some cool licenses of like some like obscure toy lines that you may remember. Like, and there was one that was on the periphery. As I looked at their stuff, I was like, man, this is so familiar. Is it vintage or is it something new? I couldn't tell. And like it just looked really cool. It was like these cool robots, and I ended up picking up, after a long conversation, I ended up picking up their main robot, and this is in like an alternate color scheme, but you know, it's pretty cool. This is Max Zero, I believe, from RoboForce. Do you guys remember RoboForce? Children of the 80s. Do you remember RoboForce? I think it came out around the same time as Transformers and just didn't do so well. But yeah, man, he's making these like cool little figures, and it comes with like a bunch of different stuff. Like he's got these like alternate like legs. You see, he has like little treads in here, so you can take that off and put them on. It's on this Glyos system. I think it's called Glyos. I just heard about it yesterday. I never heard about it before. But if you see, they have all these little holes and stuff, and you can mix and match the figures, and that's so different than like Zord Builder ports and stuff. So if you want, you could give them legs, and then you could turn those into like kind of little threads as well. And then there's all kinds of other little accessories and stuff. You could turn them into like different robots and stuff, which is really awesome. So there's a lot of little playability in these little guys. And my son really liked it this morning. We took this out of the original packaging. It was just a baggie as well, and I think that the Glio system, like the people that put that together, is another small company, and there's a lot of, they produce a lot of figures, and I believe they make the figures for them, if I'm not mistaken. But it's pretty cool, you know. There's a lot of like playability here. Got a bunch of different other like, accessories and stuff for him. So very nice. I definitely will be reviewing this in full. And what's cool is, I don't know where the figure is now. Speaking of that system, my recent purchase of the Power Lords here, Lord Power, from Four Horsemen, is actually on that same system. So the arms and stuff, and the arms and the legs are printed on from that. So that is pretty cool. Like, in theory, I could mix and match these two guys. Let's test that out. There you go. Totally works. That's really funny. So yeah, very, very nice, folks. I dig this. I like that they had this. It was fun conversation. We talked for quite a bit. Oh, the whole body is on that. See, I didn't really know that before. So I just, I came home and did the research on this. Like when he told me about it, I didn't know what the Glio system was, unfortunately. But yeah, I already had a figure from utilizing that system. I didn't even know. Next, I talked to just the folks that were working the convention at the main desk. I don't know if they run the convention, but they were working the front desk. Very nice. And I'm just shouting them out, and I want to shout out the convention general because they allowed me to put my Ultrazilla Toys cards front and center on the counter there. So very nice. As soon as you walk in, you're able to get these, and nice little cards. I got, this is not the first time I've printed these. I print them at Walgreens. Just it's photos, cheap, easy, perfect for a show to drop them off. There you go. There's one of my little life hacks there, and you could do it right away. I did it I I reprinted the card. I had these printed the first time at 5 Points Festival. And yesterday morning, I woke up and I was like, oh man, I needed cards. Went to my computer that was already in the system, reprint 100 cards. Boom. That's it. It was done like in an hour and a half by the time I got ready to go. Picked up the cards. Nice and easy. It's just like a regular photo. You upload the image and they'll print it for you. They don't care what they're printing. So, last stop here at the New Jersey Collectors Con. I went into the NECA room. So NECA, I didn't know they were going to be there originally. But then at the last minute, as I was looking up the info, I was like, oh, NECA's going to be there. That's interesting. So, and I've seen them display not display, but sell at one of these smaller cons. And these toy cons, and they just get rid of a lot of stuff off their warehouse. So it's really cheap and awesome. So I picked up 2 things from them. One was just the throw-in, just because the bigger thing I got was, I'll talk about that in a second, but this was the throw-in just to make the price kind of even. But this is something I've wanted to check out for a while. I picked up Guile from Street Fighter and for $10, and this was a 2009 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Guile, so pretty awesome for $10. I've wanted to check out their Street Fighter line. I was out of collecting again when these were out, so I didn't pick them up at the time, but I'm very curious about it. 35 points of articulation, it says. 2 sets of hands, that's the only extra it comes with. But you know what? I have a bunch of Street Fighter stuff to review. It'll be cool to have one of their old figures, present there, and I will be giving this guy a review soon. So it looks like it might match up size-wise to the Storm Collectibles stuff. So that's kind of slick. I wanted to check out one of these figures for a while, and it was there. But the main thing I picked up, and this is something I've wanted for a bit. The 18-inch Gypsy Danger. Very cool. $50. So that's half price of what MSRP was. And now this figure doesn't even go for MSRP anymore. It's a little higher, so because it's not really available much. I guess you can find in some comic shops that still have it. But this is something I've wanted for a while. I just didn't want to pay $100 for it. $50? Yeah. How to do it. Last time I saw them at a con, they had it as well, but the box was beat up, and I didn't have that much money left, so I tried to talk them down, and they wouldn't take it, so it is what it is. This time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I had a small budget for the show. When I go to these types of shows, I like to just bring cash, and it just keeps me okay, I'm just gonna spend this much money, or don't want to spend more than this much money, and that's how I go. I don't charge anything at these shows. Whatever I bring, and that's it. Makes it easy, yeah. So this guy took up most of it. That's why I ended up not getting anything from Boss Fight Studios. So, I had already picked up, this guy. This was $25 for the whole thing, for all the little pieces. So, and that guy, and, then guy was $10. So those are the 3 things I picked up at the show. But once I left, and you know what, great show. I definitely want to go back. So really cool. I'm really happy that I went and met some really cool folks. Talked to a lot of people, so it was nice. When I left the show, that area of Cherry Hill, New Jersey is filled with all kinds of stuff. So right down the the parkway there was TRU and Walmart on the same lot. Didn't really find much at either. I was hoping hey, I'm out here, maybe I'll find something. No, nothing really. I found some really cheap fake Transformers at Walmart that I almost bought, and also a big robot that's like very like Super Sentai or even Voltron-esque, like Super Robot. But it's like one of those like cheap robots that lights up and stuff, old school. Almost picked that up as well. Ultra Zilla Jr. would have got a kick out of it, but I had already spent some money, so I didn't. It's not something that was like on like the have to list, so I decided I wouldn't do that. Then I stopped by Walgreens because that was right close to it, and it was probably the best stocked Walgreens I've seen. As far as Marvel Legends go, they had like most of the Thor Ragnarok wave and the Marvel Knights wave and a bunch of all those stuff, the Homecoming stuff, and like that was really good. There was nothing I really needed or wanted there. The two I was really like hoping to see was Hela and Ares, and they didn't have them, so the hunt continues for those two. Don't want to really get them online. I just want to see them in store and say, okay, maybe I'll get them. That's how I feel. I already got the Thor in my big bad toy store pile of loot, and that was like $17.99, so that was perfect. So I'm not getting a full wave of those. Even though the Planet Hulk, the Gladiator Hulk, looks really kind of cool. Something about the eyes I don't like. But I'm waiting for the Diamond Select on that. But then, I was going home, had to come through, because I live in NYC, like, I live in Brooklyn, like, I had to come through Staten Island, and there's, a TRU right there when I had to get off the highway because I was going to stop at Trader Joe's. And there was a Target, stopped in there, nothing really there. Stopped in TRU, and they had something that I've really wanted, and I had 15% off coupon with me in the car, just in case. So, I finally got Masterpiece Optimus Prime, the new reissue of Masterpiece Optimus Prime, which is, a TRU exclusive reissue. The deco I've seen is a tad different than the normal one, I believe. But not much. But it doesn't matter because I've never had the proper color Masterpiece Optimus in my collection. I have so many versions. Actually, if I could get him without dropping figures in front of him. I do have a Hasbro Optimus MP10, but it's the Year of the Horse version. When I was originally looking for this guy was just hitting eBay, and I loved the deco of this, and I pulled the trigger on this one. So and I love it. This might be my favorite piece of my entire collection in a lot of ways. So we'll see how the actual classic Optimus stacks up to that one. And I have some upscaled and downscaled ones. But yeah, man, good to finally get this guy. I saw him. The box is a little crinkly in the back, and that's because they put those stupid security tags on these. They don't understand that these are super collectible items at this price. I mean, just put a tag that you have it and put it in the back. This is not the way to go. The back of the box, the front of the box is okay. There's a little ding here, but the back of the box, not so hot. Hey, I want to look at the box a little more. So, like a box art nerd. So there you go. There's the front here with this really cool. It's kind of like a piece in front, and then the box is red with the Generations Transformer stuff there. You got the Autobot symbol wrapping around, which is very nice. There's the back. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, this is the Hasbro version, but it's done kind of in that Takara style, right? So pretty cool. Very, very nice. looks good. You know, I just hope this piece comes out without, like, ruining the box. So, this tells you all about Optimus here. So, very nice on that. Let's go backwards a little bit real quick since we're looking at the boxes. You got a nice, really cool piece of art of Guile right in the front of this NECA package. I like that. On the back, you have, like, you have Chun-Li instead of Guile. It says Guile, but you have Chun-Li here. What? I don't know. I believe that's a mistake. So you see the other art on the bottom here. I don't know, it's old. I don't know. Should we look at Gypsy real quick? Why not? You can see it in front. You have the Pacific Rim logo there. You have Gypsy right there, Jaeger. Oh, this is battle damage. I didn't even notice that. This is battle damage. Gypsy Danger, the big one. That's fine. I don't know where the battle damage is. I have to take this guy out. So, or is that just the way it is? Was it 2 of these? That's something I didn't notice before. I was just excited to see him. But there's a nice shot of Gypsy. It doesn't really look too battle damaged. I don't know. We'll have to take a further look. So, there you go. Kind of standard for these. Nothing crazy there. But it is what it is. This front piece is nice, you know, what they put on most of their Pacific Rim stuff. Which they don't have a license for anymore, for this line, so that's it with them. It's been hit and miss. There's some really cool pieces, and some pieces I didn't like so much, but, you know, I mean, here's the, you know, the ultimate Gypsy Danger, which is a figure I do like. Even though I had to do some arm fixing on this guy. So you've seen my fixes on this. If you haven't, maybe I'll link it up. Alright guys, this video went really long. I'm sorry. Lots to talk about though. Toy-Con New Jersey was really fun. I had a good time yesterday. Again, awesome meeting Bobby Skullface and Joe Moore, you know, and Alex as well, and the folks from Toyfinity. So very, very cool. I had a good time, and awesome getting Masterpiece Optimus. So alright guys, that's all I got. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, peace out, peeps.